Slides, please. Yeah, good morning. Respected chairpersons and delegates and postgraduates who are present here. I must congratulate organizers of AIOC for organizing the wonderful conference, and nice word for ARC team who has been doing the wonderful job throughout the year. I think such sort of debate is very much needed from postgraduates' point of view, and the topic which is allotted to me is about postgraduates not going to camps. But basically the thing, while doing the debate, some things I am going to discuss about it, whether exactly the topic is same or some things I'd like to discuss about it. Now, whenever the doctor is operating or he's checking the patient in his clinic or in his hospital or medical college, that is a different entity. The person who is working in the camp is different thing. Are we treating camp as guinea pig like thing? No. Again, the standard of care which is given in the medical college, in private clinic, in government hospital and in the camp must be same for all the patients because it is their right. Now, when the unit heads and professors and full-time degree holders are there in the medical colleges, under their guidance, PGs are working. So whenever something is done by PG, who is responsible at the end? That is the head. Because under his supervision the PG is doing, and when in the camp, suppose the PG is working independently, that thing is lacking. So responsibility is a very important thing, and PGs if doing that thing independently, and if something goes wrong, maybe in surgery, maybe in diagnosis, I think that is not the good thing. So identity of that person, whether it is postgraduate or full-time or ophthalmologist who is perfectly trained, that matters a lot. So basically residents are the trainee doctors. Though they are MBBS doctors, they haven't completed their DO or MS or DNB. They are on the way of completion of their degree. So probably they are lacking in experience and foolproof training is not being done. That is an important thing one must remember here. So still treated as students and learners, of course we all know that, even if in the camps and otherwise society treats them as doctors, but most of the times they are students also. So surgeries independently are done by PGs in this camp, and if the treatment given by them is not sufficient enough, I think as medical fraternity, ophthalmologists, we are lacking in that sense. So final remarks and diagnosis, which must be done by PGs, but under supervision of unit heads and their teachers. So treatment they are giving, again, whole responsibility is on the professors and their teachers. Medical legal responsibility, this is very important. Whatever is done by the PG, unit head and professor is responsible for that. So independently PGs shouldn't handle all these things. They must do everything under the supervision of their medical head. Now the thing, coming to the last slide, this was the debate topic. What I mean to say, this was the topic discussed by me in relation to debate. But at the end, half a minute, I'm going to discuss about one thing, that even if the topic allotted to me that PGs shouldn't be sent to the camps, it is not 100% true. Basically, as my opponent has said, that PGs, they are not properly trained if it is private medical college, if there are sufficient number of patients are not there, probably training is insufficient. So they need the training, and camp is the basic thing where they should be exposed. But the thing happens nowadays, only PGs go there, nobody supervises, and treatment given is not in the better format. So they must be supervised properly. Suppose JR is working, CR must be there, their lecturer must be there, and at the end, unit head or professor, they must be in a position to take the responsibility of the treatment, of the surgery, of the diagnosis, what the PGs are doing in the camp. So basically, PGs posted in camps can be done, but ultimately responsibility should be with the unit head and professor. I think with all this, what I wanted, this is enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Actually, to my personal, I should say personal experience is that soft skill, the basic lays, camp posting lays the foundation of the soft skills. So it is helping to the residents to some extent, because since morning we have been discussing about the communication skill. So if the resident by camp posting gets a local dialect, the touch and the feel of that local dialect, definitely he's going to make the clinical scenario in a much easier way to start with.
Agreed. I think that's what I've said in the
Yeah.
last half a minute. Thank you so much.
I am not in government sector, but as I know, the field cataract surgical camps are stopped, I think, all over in the India. I think so.
Yeah.
What you say?
Exactly the point I was making. We need to separate diagnostic and surgical camps. Diagnostic camps are still a big yes, like ma'am said. We require them for exposing our students to these skills and workup of patients, and especially in the lower economic strata. But surgical camps, like sir said, it's mostly been done away with. But the diagnostic camps, as of now, I think they are required, especially for residents under supervision, like
That's true, that's true.
supervised.
Actually, the camps are always under the unit head. When a camp is organized, unit head is going, and with the unit head, the PGs are going. So they are always supervised.
So, madam, you are perfectly right. Sometimes my PGs are just sent that particular center,
no,
4
th-
PGs are
but
going.
in the
and
government
nobody is
sector,
taking
it
the
is not.
responsibility. It is that.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.